Well, okay. We are on episode 10 of my Neighbours summary, episodes 91 to 100. So I thought I'd do a quick one before I went to work. So, going to start with Helen. Helen, everyone shits on Helen. Basically, if you need a problem solving, Helen. If you want to moan about something, Helen. If you want to scheme about the neighbours, Helen. And if you just generally want a soundboard, Helen. Poor old Helen. But apart from that, nothing's really happening with Helen. What are we going? Dez's mother's back. His English busybody mother. And she found out that he was getting married, which she was happy about until she found out that it was to a divorcee with 2 kids, and then she wasn't happy. So she tried to meddle, and Des was like, fuck off. In the end, Daphne managed to get everyone to come together, and they're all on board with him getting married. I mean, spoilers, but Des, this is not the first time he's been engaged, and it won't be the last. So Des, apart from that, he's sort of concerned for Julie because the affair with the bank manager, Phil Martin, is still going on. And Julie's suddenly grown a conscience out of nowhere and starts thinking, I don't want to be a homewrecker. I don't want to ruin someone's marriage, because Phil's wife is like, you have your own family. Why do you want to take my family away from me, sort of thing? And it's like, well, maybe you should have thought about that before you stuck your dick in people and got fucking horrendously drunk every fucking night. But I digress. Terry has moved on from Shane, although I don't really think she has. Anyway, yeah, she's still doing stuff with Paul, and then Paul's all like, hey, you going away? I don't want you to go away. How's about you marry me? What's weird is no one ever gets down on one knee and goes, so-and-so's name, will you marry me? They kind of go, I think it's a good idea if we got married, or I want to get married to you, or something like that. It's like, fuck me. I don't like marriage. I don't agree with it, because I think it's pointless. Monogamy, marriage, two separate things. Be with someone for the rest of your life, fair enough, but marriage to me is completely pointless, worthless thing to do, unless you want to do it for legal reasons, and then it makes more sense because it's a contract, and there's nothing sexy or romantic about a contract. But anyway, I digress. So, but even I know that it's supposed to be a romantic moment, and you're supposed to be asking for someone to marry you, not telling someone that you're going to get married, or telling someone that you want to get married. You fucking ask them if they want to get married, for fuck's sake. Jesus. Anyway, what else? So, is this the start of Paul's downfall? Not quite sure yet, but it's coming. Spoilers. Anyway, where are we? Who else is there in this fucking program? Lucy. You're not going to be shocked by this, but she's really annoying and a crap kid actor. But that aside, what else does she do? Messes around with a dog, generally interferes with things, does kid shit, something about a dress. I think she ruined one of Julie's dresses. Don't know if that was something that happened in the last episode. I can't remember now. But I didn't mention it because it's all small fry. But there's this kid in the neighborhood who's just got a bike, and he's just like the worst, like, cyclist in the world. And everyone's like, do you mind not being a motherfucker on that cycle? And he's like, my dad said that I was all right. And then his dad comes along and Jim's all like, I nearly hit your son with my car. I nearly killed your son. The typical response to that would be, oh, I'm so sorry. Or he won't do it again. But the response was, he did nothing wrong. Maybe you were drink driving or you were on the wrong side of the road. He wasn't. Anyway, so this guy's all like, get out of my house, you're not my friend, telling me what to do, telling my kid what to do, da da da. Cue the next day, kid's like, hey, I'm going to go on the highway. Anyway, gets hit by a car and dies. Yeah, that's what happens. Sorry for laughing at a kid dying, but, this program's teaching you lessons, kids. Don't, cycle towards the fucking traffic coming towards you, because it's not a good idea. Right, what else? Daphne's still going out with Shane. That seems to be developing all right. Shane's still trying to play peacemaker to mum and dad, who are at each other's throats. Oh yeah, Danny is an idiot again. Gets a phone call, says he's won a competition. Really, it's just a guy who wants to make sure they're out of the house so they can rob the house. So they do that, and then in the middle of the robbery, Max rings up, and they answer the phone, because that's what you do when you're a robber. You answer the phone when it's ringing. Anyway, Max goes, is Maria there? She goes, oh no, she's in the shower. So then Max is like, oh fucking hell, she's shagging someone again. So that happens, and then they rob all the jewelry and stuff like that. So Maria gets the insurance guy around to assess the situation, and the insurance guy's all like, did you use a deadlock? And she's like, oh, I've got deadlocks, but I didn't use them. And it's kind of like, well, we can forget about that. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Oh, by the way, you're a mildly attractive woman. Would you mind coming out for dinner with me? Maybe I'm missing a trick. Maybe this is why I'm single, because I never sort of blur the boundaries between business and pleasure like people do on this program. Anyway, she's kind of, oh, I'm flattered. In the end, she goes, all right then. And he takes her out for dinner and surprisingly doesn't tell her he loves her straight away like everyone else does in this program. But he is like, oh, I would like to see you again, sort of thing. And she's like, oh, okay. Because at the moment, she's at the point where she's just like, fuck Max, fuck him right in the arsehole. I'm just going to fucking do everything I possibly can in my power to annoy him. Which you would, really, if your husband was such a motherfucker. Anyway, who else have we got left? Julie's acting is pretty good in this. She does the crying and the emotional and character development from just starting off being an arsehole. Even when Des gets engaged, she doesn't seem that bothered like before. She was like proper into him and stuff. What else? I think that's about it. I'm just quickly thinking. No, I think that's about it. So we're up to 100 episodes. This has taken me, I'm going to say 6 weeks. Probably going to try and do an episode a day if I can, which seems like a lot, 10 episodes in one day, but the way I watch it is it's great background. I have it on a fast speed and I'm just paying attention to the main story. I'm not really bothered about individual moments. So that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. I might give it up after a day or two and just think that it's too much, but we'll see. Anyway, like, subscribe, share, and come back for more episodes.